The air was electric, charged with the kind of anticipation that only comes with the dawn of a new year. Thousands of fans, cloaked in the neon glow of stage lights and armed with banners bearing the name BTS, had gathered to witness history unfold at the New Year's Tomb event. The event, a massive celebration merging culture and performance, was supposed to be a night of celebration, joy, and renewal. At the center of it all was Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, whose voice and energy had become a beacon for millions. Yet, beneath the dazzling stage lights, another story was unfolding, a story unseen by the public eye, hidden beneath the carefully orchestrated performance. Jungkook was struggling, his body pushed to its limits by the relentless demands of fame, artistry, and perfection. For weeks leading up to the New Year's Tomb performance, BTS had been working tirelessly. Rehearsals stretched into the early hours of the morning, and the weight of their global influence pressed heavily on each member. For Jungkook, the youngest yet often the most determined, the pressure was immense. His pursuit of perfection was both his greatest strength and his most significant vulnerability. In the days leading up to the event, there were whispers among the team. Jungkook's usual vibrancy seemed dimmed. Staff members noticed his hesitance during breaks, the way he lingered in the corner with his head resting on his arms, his breathing uneven. But whenever questioned, Jungkook would flash a disarming smile and wave off the concern. "I'm fine," he'd say, his voice a little too bright. "Just tired, that's all." But it wasn't just tiredness. It was the kind of exhaustion that burrowed deep, a silent thief stealing away energy and resilience. As the night of New Year's Tomb arrived, the atmosphere backstage was frenetic. Stylists started between dressing rooms, makeup artists applied final touches, and managers double-checked every detail. Jungkook sat quietly amidst the chaos, his head bowed as he focused on controlling his breathing. When it was finally their time to take the stage, BTS emerged to deafening applause. The crowd's energy was intoxicating, and for a moment, Jungkook felt buoyed by their enthusiasm. The performance began seamlessly, each movement and note executed with precision. Jungkook's voice soared, and for those first few minutes, he seemed invincible, but as the performance continued, the cracks began to show. His steps faltered ever so slightly during a particularly strenuous dance routine. His breathing grew heavier, his face slick with sweat that wasn't just from exertion but from a body teetering on the edge of collapse. It happened during the final moments of the performance. As the last notes of the song rang out and the crowd erupted into cheers, Jungkook staggered. He reached for his microphone stand for support, his face pale and strained. And then, to the horror of his bandmates and the thousands watching, he collapsed. Chaos erupted on stage. The music faded, and the other members of BTS rushed to Jungkook's side. Namjoon knelt beside him, calling his name urgently, while Jimin placed a protective arm around Jungkook's shoulders. The stage crew swarmed, creating a barrier between the scene and the audience. The crowd, once jubilant, fell silent, a collective gasp rippling through the venue. Fans clutched their light sticks, some crying, others whispering prayers. The sight of their beloved Jungkook, a symbol of strength and resilience, crumpled on stage was both shocking and heart-wrenching. Backstage, medics worked quickly to stabilize Jungkook. He was dehydrated and dangerously fatigued, his body unable to withstand the strain it had been under for weeks. His bandmates hovered nearby, their faces etched with worry. Jin, the eldest member, paced the room, his usual calm demeanor replaced by visible anxiety. "We should have seen this coming," he muttered, his voice thick with guilt. "He's been pushing himself too hard." Taehyung, sat quietly in the corner, his hands clasped tightly as if in prayer, while Yoongi, Suga, spoke quietly to the medical team, asking questions and demanding reassurances. For Jungkook, regaining consciousness was a blur of voices and concerned faces. His body felt heavy, his limbs leaden. Yet, even in his weakened state, his first words were an apology. "I'm sorry," he whispered, his voice barely audible. "I didn't mean to worry anyone." His apology was met with a mixture of exasperation and love. "You don't need to apologize," said Hoseok J-Hope, his voice firm yet gentle. "You need to rest. That's all that matters." The news of Jungkook's collapse spread like wildfire, dominating headlines and social media. Fans expressed their concern, their love flooding timelines and comment sections. The hashtag #GetWellSoon Jungkook trended worldwide within minutes. Big Hit Music, BTS's management company, released a statement assuring fans that Jungkook was receiving the best care and thanking them for their unwavering support. Behind the scenes, BTS rallied around their youngest member. They canceled upcoming appearances, prioritizing Jungkook's health above all else. For the members, it was a stark reminder of the cost of their relentless schedules and the importance of balance. As Jungkook began his journey to recovery, he took time to reflect. For years, he had been the golden magne, the one who could do it all. But this experience forced him to confront his own limits and the importance of self-care. In a heartfelt message shared with fans weeks later, Jungkook wrote, "I've always wanted to give you my best, to show you how much your love inspires me. But I've learned that even the strongest hearts need rest. Thank you for your understanding and your endless support. I promise to take better care of myself, so I can continue to share this journey with you." Jungkook's collapse at New Year's tomb was a poignant reminder of the fragility of even the strongest among us. It highlighted the immense pressure faced by artists in the global spotlight and sparked important conversations about mental health and burnout. For BTS and their fans, it became a turning point, a moment to prioritize well-being over perfection, humanity over performance. And for Jungkook, it was a lesson in resilience, one that would shape the next chapter of his journey, not just as an artist, but as a person navigating the complexities of fame and self-care. As the new year unfolded, Jungkook's recovery became a symbol of hope and renewal, a testament to the strength found in vulnerability and the enduring power of love and support. Jungkook's recovery wasn't immediate, nor was it easy. After the initial scare, his days were filled with rest, medical checkups, and a regimen designed to rebuild his physical and emotional strength. For someone as active and driven as Jungkook, being forced to slow down felt foreign, almost unnatural. The BTS members took turns visiting him, ensuring he never felt alone. Jin brought home-cooked meals, often staying to watch movies or play games to keep Jungkook's spirits up. Jimin, ever the nurturer, spent hours talking with him, their conversations ranging from lighthearted banter to deep reflections on the pressures they faced. Taehyung, with his unique charm, often arrived unannounced, bringing gifts, sometimes practical, like comfortable clothes, and other times utterly random, like a miniature bonsai tree he insisted would help Jungkook find peace. Hoseok, with his boundless energy, brought laughter and positivity, ensuring the room never felt heavy. Yoongi, though quieter in his approach, had perhaps the most profound impact. He would sit with Jungkook in companionable silence, offering wisdom when needed. "You don't always have to be everything for everyone," he told Jungkook one evening. "It's okay to let yourself just be." Namjoon, ever the leader, coordinated with their management and ensured that schedules were adjusted to allow Jungkook the time he needed to heal. He also encouraged the other members to use this period for reflection and self-care, knowing that their strength as a group depended on their individual well-being. Throughout this time, the BTS army played an integral role in Jungkook's recovery. Messages of support poured in daily, ranging from heartfelt letters to fan art depicting Jungkook in moments of joy and peace. Fans shared stories of their own struggles, creating a collective space of healing and understanding. Jungkook, touched by the outpouring of love, often spent his quiet moments reading these messages. "You've always been my strength," he wrote in another message to fans. "Now you're teaching me how to be strong in a different way, by taking care of myself, just as you've always taken care of me." Weeks turned into months, and slowly but surely, Jungkook began to regain his strength. Physical therapy helped him rebuild his stamina, while counseling sessions provided a safe space to process the emotional toll of his collapse. But perhaps the most significant moment came one morning as Jungkook sat in his room, guitar in hand. Music had always been his solace, and as he strummed a simple melody, he felt a spark of inspiration. The melody grew into a song, a reflection of his journey, the lessons he had learned, and the gratitude he felt for the people who stood by him. When he shared the song with his bandmates, it became a deeply emotional moment. The lyrics, raw and heartfelt, resonated with each of them. It was a reminder of their shared struggles and the unbreakable bond that had carried them through. Jungkook's return to the public eye was gradual. Rather than diving back into the intensity of full-scale performances, he began with smaller, more intimate appearances. One of the first was a live stream session where he spoke directly to fans, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "I've missed you," he said, his smile genuine. "But I've learned a lot during this time about myself, about what it means to be strong, and about how important it is to listen to my body and my heart. Thank you for waiting for me." The session ended with Jungkook performing the song he had written during his recovery. The simple melody and heartfelt lyrics moved fans and his fellow members alike, solidifying the depth of his artistry and the sincerity of his gratitude. As BTS returned to their collective work, there was a noticeable shift. Their schedules were more balanced, their performances still electrifying but interspersed with moments of rest and self-reflection. Jungkook's experience had become a catalyst for change, not just for him but for the entire group. For Jungkook, the experience marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where he embraced his humanity as much as his artistry. He continued to push boundaries creatively, but now with a renewed sense of balance and self-awareness. The New Year's Tomb event, once a painful memory, became a turning point in Jungkook's narrative, a moment that taught him the value of vulnerability and the strength found in accepting help. In the years that followed, Jungkook often spoke about that time in his life, not with regret, but with gratitude. "It was hard," he admitted in one interview, "but it taught me things I never would have learned otherwise. It showed me how much love and support I have, not just from my members and family, but from ARMY. And it reminded me that being strong doesn't mean doing everything alone." His story became a source of inspiration for fans worldwide, a reminder that even the brightest stars need time to recharge. And as BTS continued their journey, they carried with them the lessons learned during that pivotal moment, shining brighter and stronger than ever.